it's fairly lumpy out there. It's looking pretty gnarly, really. I think the wind's chilling out a bit. It's due to settle down as the day goes on, then a bit more again as we approach evening. The sun's blazing at the moment, and we got about an hour to low water. It's a big old tide today, full moon. High water I think's around 6:30, something like that. But yeah, there's a good old dump going on there, so yeah. I think I'm going to go good old pulley pennel to start. 4-row hooks, and I got some mackerel with me today. I've also got some scallop roe, so mackerel, scallop roe, squid, a couple of sand eels, prawns, and I think that's it. So certainly not a huge bait, but a good sized chunk there of squid and mackerel. Don't want to make it too massive, so got to try and get it out with this bit of a wind. Yeah, let's pop it out. We're fishing. I think I'm going to go with a clip down 2-hook rig on the next one. It's nice to have some mackerel in the freezer at home, but it's what I caught in the summer. Froze down myself, and it's not in the bestest condition. It is a little tiny bit freezer burnt, even though I tried to look after it. So it would be nice to get a couple of fresh pout or whiting or something for bait. So yeah, we'll go with that. Tip is bouncing around a little bit there. I don't know if it's signs of fish or surf at the moment. So on the 2-hook rig again, I got prawn and squid head on the top hook and mackerel on the bottom, 2 O's. That's just a clip down rig. Just get it out. Well, I'm not going to moan at a fish on the first cast, but how can that be? That's like a huge slack liner. God darn, I thought that was something half decent then. So first customer of the afternoon, safely unhooked, we'll get him back. And yes, it's too bloody small to eat. To be honest with you, I think I was lucky to notice that bite when I did then. I think if I'd wandered off to cast the other rod, I would have got buried if it was left for a moment or two. So yeah, it might just have been a little eel, but at least we didn't lose everything. Something going on the 2-hook rig. Have a little look. It looks a bit eely again. No, not an eel, it's the other one. And I'm not eating that either. Another bite on the right hand rod. Well, that's a big doggy. It's still just a doggy. Oh, he liked that sand eel and squid. She did even. Let's get back. Yeah, 3 for 3, eh? You can scowl at me if you want, but that dogfish hit pretty much straight away. Bait looks pretty much untouched, so I'm just going to whack that straight back out. I've only got a couple more sand eels, so if it gets us another fish, then great. I think we got something on our second-hand sand eel. Could be the same one we had on the first cast. God's sake. I think there's a fish on the other rod as well. Yeah, we want the big ones. Other rod's gone slack. Another good sized dogfish, and that one took scallop roe. There we go. Look, I know it's just eels and dogs so far, but it's really nice just to be out catching. It's knackering me out running up and down that bank. A couple of months time it'll be February. We'll be dreaming of days like today. So I'm really happy to be catching fish, even though they're just dogs and congers. But we're here until darkness, so hopefully we'll get something better after dark, or before. Just bunged another scallop roe on there. The bottom bait was virtually untouched. gone a tiny bit quiet, so first wind in now without having had a bite, so I feel like it's going to liven up after dark though. Sun's not far off dipping down below there, so yeah, time for a little freshen up. A bit of a tangle up, perfect little bait sized pout in, and he took the scallop roe again. Got a little bite going on the left hand rod. I don't think we're going to be on the front of Sea Angler magazine with it, but so that's pretty big bait. That's our pouting we just had mounted on a couple of 8/0s. Wire trace. Well, let's give it a whirl. I don't know what I was thinking when I arrived and I set up here, right at the top of this ridge. I think I'm going to have to move back as we get towards high water to avoid the soaking. Had a good old pull on the left hand rod. Keep getting these cracking bites with codswallop fish. Oh God. All the eels I had could have been the same fish, like exactly the same. Well, I was actually just moving back up the beach a bit because I'd set up so close to the ledge, and we just had a fairly reasonable eel. He's not bad. Might be dinner. Well, do you know what? The amount of times I've been in this situation, I thought, nah, I'll put it back, it's not big enough, and end up not getting anything bigger, and then, yeah, we're just going to have this guy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dispatch the eel now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut behind its head. I'm not going to hit it or anything like that. Just going to use a knife, just going to make one incision, basically sever its backbone just behind its head. So when I was getting my gear together in my box tonight to come out fishing, and I was thinking about what I probably catch and what I put with it, and so anyway, I brought some commodities tonight, trying to keep a bit of a festive theme. I fully expected that I'd probably be cooking tonight some nice whiting fillets, maybe a big fat pouting, something like that. I wasn't really banking on this ugly bastard being dinner tonight, but here we are. Now, to be honest with you, this guy's completely dead, by the way, completely dead. One cut to the back of the head, didn't move after that. That is it, game over. Had I known that we'd be here, I probably would have brought some different things. I've come fishing before, armed to the teeth, to do a conger cook up, and it hasn't come to fruition because I haven't caught one of a suitable size. But anyway, we'll do our best with this guy. Well, compared to dinner, that one fought like a tiger, but he's very similar size. Right, I'm sure you imagine this is going to have some challenges. I really just need to do this on the beach, really. So I've already taken the head off, taken the little fins off there. This part here is really, really tough, so you need to just cut that away. Taking the guts out, just like you would with any other fish. Then we're just going to fillet it again, just like you would any other fish. If you see this thing moving at all, it's just nerves, guys. It is dead as a dough-nail. And it is moving a lot. Oh, dear me. Tasty. Right. I hope it stops moving when it's cooked. Actually, I'm going to cut its tail off there. Oh, it keeps moving. It's so wild because the poor bugger's trying to curl up as I'm doing it. Okay. There's one. Okay. Not easy when it's moving, folks. We're going to trim off this silver here. Still moving. So I had a bit of a disastrous few minutes there. So had a bite on one rod, started bringing it in. I think it was an eel, I could feel it. But it felt like a decent size. But basically the line had tangled with the other rod, so ended up in a right god almighty mess. You know what it's like, ended up having to drag both rods in and untangle it. By the time I did that, the fish had gone. So I recast, and then when I was recasting the second rod, I had a bite in the first rod, just so I was coming back to the rest. Big slack liner, wound down into it, missed that. So I've just reset again, so now both are back out. But we're right sort of on high water here, and I think there's a few fish around. So the last thing I should be doing is, well, it's just a bit disastrous really. There's bits of conger eel everywhere. I look like I just come off the set of The Last of Us. Yeah, it's pretty alive with fish out there. Got another bite again. I think I've got a fish on each rod actually. Well, they're slowly getting bigger. Oh, yeah. This is it's a bit bigger again. Yeah, he was on my 2-hook rig. He took a single squid head. Don't want to sit still, this one. Anyway, let's get him back. Right, here we go then. To start off, we're just going to grate our potato. Wring it out. In there, we're going to pop a little lemon zest, nice bit of seasoning, bit of oil in our pan. Once it starts to colour up around the edges, pop in a nice big knob of butter. You're happy? Once you've got a nice crispy rosti and it's all cooked through, that to one side. Well, look at that. That is an absolute unit of a dogfish. Oh my god. Look at the belly on her. Get her unhooked and get her back. That is the biggest dogfish I've had in a long time. Massive. Right, let's get her back. Sprouts, you don't have to just throw them in a pan and boil them for like 25 minutes until they're completely brown and like mush. I quite like them just cooked in a pan like this as well. I'm just going to put some shallots in the pan now, get those sizzling away, sweating down, and I've got a load of Brussels sprouts here that I've just sliced up. Going to whack those in as well. A bit of seasoning, just keep them gently sauteing in a nice bit of oil and butter, just soften them up like that. So in a dry pan, I'm just going to toast off a few pine nuts. They'll go beautifully with our sprouts. We're going to season up our conger. Going to cook it slime side down. Hopefully it won't stick to the pan because it's stuck to everything else. I would be coating my conger in something ordinarily, I think. I wasn't planning on cooking conger tonight. I would recommend taking the skin off and then coating it, but I think if I take the skin off tonight, quite possibly would have fallen apart. On reflection, it was tougher than Arnold Schwarzenegger's punch bag, so I don't think it would have fallen apart. Finish off with a nice bit of nutty sage butter, nice hot pan, knob of butter in, bit of sage, lemon juice, nutty sage butter sauce. Merry Conger Christmas, everyone. Here we go. It's been a long time coming, this, hasn't it? What, 2 years, no conger eel? It's been a while. Right. I've got to put my light on too so I can see what I'm eating here. So, for full disclosure, I'm not going to be eating the skin. It looks pretty rank. But what it is doing is holding our fish together nicely, so I'm going to cut into a bit of this and show you inside. Tell you what, that inside is whiter than my teeth. Right. It's very, very firm. Sorry. It's very, very firm flesh. Very firm. There's a few bones in there, but they're very small and soft. The flavour's pretty nice. It's the texture I'm having issues with. My Roshi, on the other hand, is banging. It's almost scampi-like, kind of. No flakiness to it. more like soft, spongy ball of unpleasantness. I mean, it's edible, it's okay. Different fish obviously lend themselves to different cooking styles and will have a preferred cooking method. I would definitely say if I was cooking conger eel again, I'd start off with a bigger fish, definitely skin it, make some effort to take out the bones. Then I would be cutting it into smaller bite-sized chunks and either coating it in breadcrumbs or a batter, or a different cooking method like cooking it slowly in a curry or a chowder or a soup, something like that. And then I think your conger eel is definitely going to taste a lot better. Pan frying it quickly with the skin on, wouldn't do it. Let me tell you, in the past, I've cooked pouting, and a lot of people were like, yeah, pouting? Compared to that, pouting are well, they are absolutely delicious anyway. I really like them. Conger, filthy. Don't go near it. Leave them in the sea. Don't even bother. Don't do it to yourself. So there was me. I just put the last cast out and I thought, looks like another bloody eel and the rod's bouncing away. There's me dragging it in, thinking, oh, it's another one of the bloody things. Yeah, look at that. Look at the head on it. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah. Pretty happy with that. Merry Christmas, everyone. For God's sake. I don't carry a tape or scales or anything. I don't really care for it, to be honest with you. But he smashed that squid, look. Ah, man, what a lovely fish. What an animal. Oh dear. Well, I don't normally do outros, but it's the last trip of the year probably for me. I can't see me getting another opportunity to go out. Talk about go out with a bang though, that bass was a beautiful fish. What a lovely thing to see. But more importantly, thank you all very much for your support for this year and previous years, and hopefully going forward. So hopefully we'll be back in the new year. Hopefully the weather in January will be kind on us and will allow us all to get out and do a bit of fishing and won't be too stormy. So thank you very much, everyone. I hope you all have a really, really lovely Christmas and New Year. Thank you so much for watching all the vids. Really appreciate all your support. All the best to all of you, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, everyone. Bye.